The Five Nights at Freddy's series was Scott Cawthon's last chance to make it as a game designer, a dream which I'm sure at least a few of you share. But with his rush to release the game, and I'm sure his hesitation in doing so, a few minor issues were found that caused some abnormal things to happen in the world of Freddy Fazbear. But which ones did we miss last time that can give you an unintentional scare? That's what we look into today. Greetings gamers and welcome back to Top 10 Gaming. I'm your host Connor Monroe, and this list was actually fairly difficult. If you're new here or haven't yet, hit like and subscribe if you love FNAF, because we are constantly talking about the series that has doors that just make no sense. More on that in today's list of the top 10 scary FNAF glitches, part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, go check it out. But we also talk about it because our FNAF stuff is be getting mad views. So we talk about it fairly regularly. As you can tell from like the 72 videos we have in our FNAF playlist. Alright, okay. Roll the new intro. And 10 animatronic glitches. The animatronics are programmed how Scott wanted, but while yes, this may be intended in-game, in the world of the game this was never intended. Yes, Scott coded these animatronics so that their heads would twitch and they would groan and look like they're really suffering. But in the lore and the world of the game, the point of the animatronics is to entertain, and their heads twitching and such is a glitch that wasn't intended by William or Henry. It's difficult to explain, and if you don't understand, I don't think I'll be able to make it any clearer. I won't be able to explain it better than that. But basically, while yes, it's supposed to happen for us, it's not supposed to happen for the character we play as. Does that make sense? And at 9, Slow Foxy. I talked about the corn maze in the last part, but there is actually another glitch that I forgot to mention that I actually experienced my first time playing. I actually loaded up the game by accident during a live stream, so yeah, I didn't actually intend to play it, but I ended up having to. But I stayed in the middle of the maze for longer than I should have. This caused Foxy to show up and notice me. Of course, this terrified the hell out of me, but I noticed that he was running pretty slow. In any other game, he's being shown as really fast. And when you hide when he notices you, he runs past very quickly. So I'm going to chalk it up to he was running slowly as a glitch because he didn't do this every time. It could have also been that he did it because he was in the starter area, and maybe Steel Wool or Scott thought it would be a little mean to do that, but I doubt that. Scott's a cruel, cruel person. But I can only go based on what I know, therefore I'm gonna call it a glitch for now. And at 8, Silent Jump Scare. It's possible that in the first Five Nights at Freddy's game, to be jump scared without even knowing it. When I would play the game at school, it was legit for a drama project, so be sure you pay attention in class. I would play it muted because that's the only way I was allowed to, because I didn't have headphones and you weren't allowed to use earbuds in class, so I had to play it with no sound, which honestly made the game not terrifying in the slightest. However, when this is actually possible when you do have sound on is when it will become scary. Sometimes jump scares can be silent. I'm not sure if this will happen with everyone or if it's just like Freddy, like if that's the only one that can actually scare you silently. I say that because Freddy is the example that I saw online, but I'm pretty sure it would be everyone because they're all coded to jump scare for the same reasons and stuff. But hey, I'm not a game designer, okay? I have absolutely no idea why this could happen. All I know is that it's a glitch, and that's what you came here for. And at 7, It's Me. The It's Me text and hallucinations that appear when the mysterious Golden Freddy is summoned in the first FNAF game is technically a glitch if you think about it. Hallucinations are like real life glitches. You start seeing things that aren't really there, then your friends are like, what the hell are you doing? And you're like, I'm fighting monsters, but they can't see it, so they just think you're crazy. Anyway, at first, before we understood the game series and hell, even the game itself, we didn't know why the phrase "It's me" was flashing across our screen, and why we were seeing the face of Bonnie without any eyes. It's impossible to say we all knew instantly unless we had read about it before, but the lines of "It's me" started off as people thinking it was a glitch. And again, it is technically a glitch. Like how the animatronics twitching is a glitch. It's programmed in, but to the character we play as, it shouldn't be happening. And that's how I'm identifying these few glitches. And at 6, Swiggity Swooty. Honestly, I don't know if this is a glitch or if it was actually intended, but I'm sure most of you by now will have seen the fact that if you stick your head out of the office in FNAF VR, you'll get jump scared by Foxy instantly, no matter where he is in his cycle. While yes, some could say that this was intentional and the companies could say it was intentional as well, people can lie, and while it's totally possible that it was intended, it's also possible that it wasn't. Of course we're going to look outside the office, and of course we're going to want to explore the rest of the pizzeria, and perhaps they put Foxy there as a way to prevent us from doing so. But maybe it's just an accident. There is supposed to be another secret in FNAF VR that we haven't found yet. Maybe it's because we haven't been exploring the actual pizzerias because of this whole Foxy thing. I'm sure at this point it's in the game intentionally, since nobody has removed the features with updates, but it could have started out just as a glitch glitch and we just didn't know. Halfway through at number 5, Lock Block. This kind of thing happens in the VR game as well, as experienced by Eddie VR while he was playing. However, while that may have been added in, what about the original button lock from the first Five Nights game? In the original, you were sometimes unable to press any buttons in your office. You couldn't turn on lights, you couldn't close doors, and sometimes couldn't even open the camera. But time would still pass. It got so bad for one user that he just spent the whole night with Bonnie at his door with the light stuck on while he just waited for death. The strange thing is, he didn't lose. Bonnie was stuck at his door the whole night and he didn't once get jump scared. He survived the night because everything just got stuck and he waited. That patience is on another level. Like, that's more patience than a shiny hunter. I'm saying that, and some shiny hunters go for hundreds of thousands of encounters for a shiny Pokemon, okay? But this guy just waited for death for who knows how long before completing the night. I mean, I don't know which is more impressive. Okay, it's definitely the shiny hunter. And at 4, pull the plug. Have you hated the FNAF fan since day one like every other sane person on the internet? Has it terrified you by blowing air in your face while you're trying desperately to save your life from possessed sentient animatronics who only lust for flesh? Well, apparently it's possible to turn it off with a glitch. I don't know if the noise stops, but if you can open up and close the camera quickly enough in FNAF 1, you can sometimes get it to shut off. The fan, not the camera. It will come back on the next time you open up the camera, but at least you will get a few moments of tranquility before the horror show resumes. Also, I know a load of these are from FNAF 1, but you gotta remember this was supposed to be Scott's final game, so glitches are to be expected. Plus, glitches make a game more fun. The more the merrier, right? Like, for example, Skyrim? So many glitches, they're no longer bugs, they're features, and it's one of the best games of all time, so don't go knocking on games for having glitches, okay? Skyrim and FNAF crash the same amount, as long as you only get killed by Golden Freddy. Getting close to the end, and at number 3, the doors. You know what? I'm including something that I consider to be a glitch in design for Henry and William, who designed the Fazbear building. Look, you boys are both incredibly clever and smart. One of you is kinda crazy, but hey, we're all deranged child killers in our own way, right? However, one thing that I cannot accept is the fact that you made the doors require power to be closed. What kind of door requires power to close? That's such a stupid idea! Was it a mistake? Was it intentional? If a criminal cuts the power to the building, he's all of a sudden able to get into the main office because for some reason, the doors get pulled up when the power's out. Which of you geniuses did that? The power should just be used to pull the door up, just like gravity pull it down. Are you telling me that when I hit 0% power, that last little sliver of power is cut from me and used to pull the doors up, allowing for me to be killed? Really? Do you guys have like a human resources department, or is there someone I can talk to that isn't a lawyer? Because sweet baby Jesus W. Christ, that thing is probably the most unrealistic thing in all of these games. And this is a game series that involves undead purple people, children possessing animatronics, and sentient game code that tries to combine your consciousnesses together. That's the one thing I hate about this series, okay? And yes, it's a weird one, but what the hell, man? Why? Why? That's so stupid. Penultimately, and at number 2, crashing. The game crashes, as I mentioned before, with being jump scared by Golden Freddy, but it also crashes randomly, again like any good game. These crashes are obviously bugs because I don't think the game wanted me to lose all my progress at 4 AM on night 4 with Bonnie at my door, but hey, maybe it was just saving me from a pitiful demise. It's weird, but it also makes me worried considering how I've read so many creepypastas that start with games crashing and then ruining your life. I'm pretty sure one of the FNAF creepypastas I read way back when was about a sentient game. I think it was called like the Fredbear virus or something. I don't know anymore. Why do the doors require power to close? Finally, in at number 1, camera block. The scariest glitch on this list has to be the fact that the main office image, like the one you see when the camera is down in FNAF 1, can be replaced by a camera view. It won't use more power, but you won't be able to interact with doors or lights, making this virtually a death sentence. I don't know if it can only happen with one specific screen, but the example I saw had Freddy's face right up in the camera with his glowing white eyes just staring deep into my lack of soul. This is terrifying because, first of all, you can't defend yourself, okay? You can't even open the camera back up. And second, because you need to watch Freddy stare at you like some form of deranged killer that is kidnapping females to make a skin suit. Yeah, that's right, I'm saying that Freddy in this moment looks like Buffalo Bill. Why? I'm not entirely sure. Am I gonna stand by what I said? Hell yeah. He's doing what I imagine the love child of Buffalo Bill and Hannibal Lecter would do. He honestly doesn't look too far off either. So, Clarice, Had the lamb stopped screaming? There we have it, friends, the top 10 scary FNAF glitches part 2. Which one was your favorite and which glitches should I include in a part 3? Be sure you let me know down below, and on your way down, be sure you hit like and subscribe for daily gaming content and ring that bell to join the clan and level up. Thank you all so much for watching. I have been and shall remain Connor Monroe, and I'll see you in another video. Now go watch part 1. Do it. Do it. Do it! FNAF dance. I'm pretty sure one of the FNAF creepypastas I married one.